Hi guys, Dave here, and I am back with another Does It Groove, which is the show where you decide if some low-end love manufacturers of products make equipment that grooves. So unfortunately Rob isn't here today, but I thought let's go down and steal his coffee and his studio and shoot this little video anyway. So I have my coffee here, which is in a nice little owl mug because I don't know, coffee is always wise. So, I'm checking out this little Peavey amp here. It's the MiniMEGA, and it is, I think it's about £9, so it's really, really light and very, very small and compact. Comes with a little carry bag as well, which is cool. And the price of this little thing is pretty affordable as well. So it's 1000 watts. Obviously, it's a solid state amp. And that's 1000 watts RMS, not peak, which is the sort of continuous power that this thing can produce. And I think, sort of cost-wise, I'm not entirely sure, but it's around the sort of, I think it's just over 50p per watt, which is pretty good value. As I said, it's really compact and has lots of cool features. So as you can see, there's some nice lighting going along the top here, and that is a you can adjust that and set that to sort of whatever colour you want really. If you put it in mute or tuner mode, you'll see it starts to cycle through the various different colours that you can set it to. On the back you've got an effects loop and a DI out, which can take a TRS stereo jack cable or XLR, and you can set that to be pre or post preamp, and there's a pad on there as well, so that's very useful for doing bits of recording, or if you're on stage giving a nice DI out to your engineer. We're not going to be using that for this video. I'm plugged into my Ashdown cab, Old Faithful over there, and we've got a couple of mics on there, so that's the sound that you'll be hearing. What else we've got going on here then? So we've got lots of features along the front. There's a compressor built in, and then a 4-band EQ, and the mids are parametric, well, semi-parametric. So you've got a mid-frequency select, and then a gain knob for sort of how much you want to cut or boost. And then there's also a little button underneath all of those for a kind of narrow Q setting, so that's kind of the curve of the EQ there. Then moving across, we've got this cool feature that Peavey have got called Cosmos, which is basically a kind of sub-octave generator. So there's again, it's kind of stacked pots here. So you've got the Cosmos A and Cosmos B, and the Cosmos A is kind of the sub-octave generator, and the Cosmos B is the same kind of thing, but it's a lot more subtle, and it's kind of a psychoacoustic effect of adding a lot more sort of low end without it sounding like there's an octave on there. So that's kind of cool as well. What else we got? The gain pot, there's a little crunch button underneath it, and you can put that in to get some kind of drivey sounds as well. And that's kind of all the features that are on this unit. So I'm going to play through a few sounds, and I'm going to start off with a clean sound, and you can check out what this amp's kind of like, and then we'll move on to maybe a slap sound using the compressor. And then check out the stuff that we all want to really check out, or at least I do, which is the drive stuff. So this is the clean sound from this amp. Help if I took the tuner. As I said, there's a tuner output on there as well on the back. And I think there's also a MIDI foot switch that you can get for this amp as well. So this is the clean sound. I'm using the standard MLB Chapman. Everything just kind of turned up really. Set to middle position, no coil tap, so it's just full whack, tone all the way up. Yeah. So that's the kind of clean sound. Cool. So I've just enabled the compressor and just rolled that in a little bit. Nothing too drastic. And just doing that actually just adds quite a lot of, well, quite a good tone for slap stuff. So this is the sort of slap sound. So that's the slap kind of sound. Now we're going to check out the sort of Cosmos settings that they have on here, which is the sub-octave kind of sound. We're going to start with Cosmos A, which is the outer ring here, which gives you that kind of octave, just straight up octave sound. So you just enable it there on that switch, and then start rolling up the Cosmos switch. So that's Cosmos A, which is the more sort of sub-octave kind of sound, and this is more. This is the Cosmos B, which is a more sort of psychoacoustic, warmer low end. Sounds less obvious that it's a kind of octave and more just kind of beefs up the low end there. So I'll start rolling that in now. So that's the Cosmos B. I don't know whether you'll be able to sort of get that over YouTube, or particularly through laptop speakers or anything small. You might need to get some sort of pretty serious speakers or headphones or something to hear just how much that's doing, but it's a lot of low end. It's way more than you'd ever really need, but I'm just kind of doing the extreme example so you can kind of see how that goes. So yeah, so that's the clean sound and the sort of Cosmos stuff and the slap sound. Now I'm going to change the settings and get a bit of a drive sound going. Give us 2 seconds. Cool, so I've redialed up some sort of drive sound here. I've got the gain all the way up and the crunch button engaged. And I'm going to call tap the bass this time, which is going to make it a little bit noisy because they're not hum cancelling when it's call tapped anyway. But it just sounds kind of a bit better for the sort of drive stuff, so we'll check that out now then. Actually, I'm going to drop D this. I'm serious. So as I said, you can get some reasonably filthy sounds out of this. Obviously you don't have to be quite as drastic as that with the gain up there, but as I said, I like to give you the kind of extreme of what this little thing can do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Peavey MiniMEGA, and kind of a quick overview of its features and some of the sounds that this little thing has. You'll note throughout this whole video that the volume there is very, very low, and it's actually still pretty loud in this room, so plenty of headroom there. It does seem like it's a true 1000 watt amp, and that's RMS, as I said, continuous, so that'll do sort of between 1.5 and 2000 watts peak, which is the kind of where it really makes the speakers pull. Yeah, an impressive little thing, I think. So as always, it's up to you guys to decide if it grooves or not. So comment below and let us know your thoughts on this little Peavey chap. Cool. I've been Dave, without Rob unfortunately, but yeah, take it easy, and until next time, I will see you soon. Cheers.